This is going to be a video to help you find the equation of a line from 2 points. Now on my screen I have written down what the slope is. The slope is equal to the rise divided by the run. And another way to say that is the slope is equal to the change in y divided by the change in x, or the difference in my y terms divided by the difference in my x terms. Let me show you what I mean when I find the equation of the line between the points -5, 9 and 8, -17. Now the first thing I have to do, and the reason why I have this equation up here, is because I'm going to show you how I can use that to find the slope. So the first thing I have to do when I do this problem is to find the slope between these 2 points. The way I do that is I take one y value and subtract the other y value, and then divide that by that first x value and subtract the second x value. So in this problem, I'm going to take -17 and I'm going to subtract 9, and then I'm going to divide that by 8, subtract -5. Well, -17 subtract 9 is going to be -26, and I'm going to divide that by 8 minus -5, which is equal to +13. -26 divided by +13 is -2. I want to show you that I could have picked either point as my first point. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and show you I get the same slope if I take 9 minus -17 and divide that by -5 minus 8. So let's do that down here. I'll take my first y value, which is 9, and I subtract -17, and I'm going to divide that by -5 minus 8. Well, 9 minus -17 is just going to be equal to +26. And if I divide that by -5 minus 8, I get -13. Well, 26 divided by -13 is also just -2. After I find my slope, I'm going to put that back in that slope, which is -2, and on one of my points, and I'm going to put that into the equation y equals mx plus b. Let's pick my first point, which has an x value of -5, a y value of 9, and I'll use my slope, which is equal to 2. So let's replace my y with -9, and I'm going to make a line down there, because whatever I do to one side of the equation I have to do to the other. And then I'm going to use my m as -2. My x is going to be -5 plus b. I'm trying to find the y-intercept, which is equal to b, and I'm going to do that by plugging in my x and my y and my m into the equation. Well, if I multiply -2 times -5, I get 10 plus b on that side, and I'm still left with 9 on the left side of the equation. Now I want to make a zero pair, so I get b alone. So I'm going to take 10 and -10 makes 0, but if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side of the equation. And now when I combine my sides, 9 and -10 makes -1. Over here, the positive -10 creates 0, so I'm just left with b, and I have b is equal to -1. Now to write an equation, I need to plug that back into the y equals mx plus b. My b, which is -1, and my m, which is -2. So let's do that. Y is equal to, but instead of m, I'm going to put -2x, and instead of b, I'm going to put -1. So the equation that goes through these 2 points is y is equal to -2x minus 1.